one thing's for sure, we're all going to be a lot thinner. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with issue 80. So let's go ahead and go through this one real quick. And we kind of already talked about what's going to be in the magazine, so we don't have to do that again. Let's take a look at what we're going to get in this issue. Crack this bad boy open. We already kind of peeked at it at the end of last episode. We got some detail parts, so looks like we're going to be putting those on. Put those up here. Some more framework to go with the parts that we already had. Ooh. Either that broke, that break, or it did break. No fair. Do I have another issue 80? Let's have a look. I don't. That's the only issue 80 that I had. So I'm going to have to figure out how this goes and glue it in place. I'm going to say that it goes something like that. Well, I'm a bit surprised at how tall that is. But yep, goes something like that. So we'll see about getting that put back together the way that it needs to go. And yeah, let's have a look. Let's see if we can't kind of fix that before we get going. I'm just trying to use this image here to put it back together because if you can tell, swing this over, these pieces were here. So this was there. And this one was over here. So if we just kind of have it turn this way, I'm going to try this plastruck bonding to hold it together. I'm not too sure that's doing the job. Well, it kind of did, but you have to make sure that you get it on here just right. That's kind of there. Alright, so it's kind of in place. We're just going to touch it up a little bit more with the plastruck bonding. Wait for that to get good and secure. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it. May have to manipulate it a little bit once we get it put wherever it belongs. Because it's going to fit down in one of those holes, I'm sure. So, like this may need to turn a little bit like that. We'll just let that sit there like that. All right. So while that's setting up, I just want to take a look because we do have some plating and we are going to be putting the plating on. So what I'll start with, while that's setting up, I'm going to start with getting this mask so we can black it out because you know I like to do that. So let's get started on that. And I apologize if you guys can hear anything from elsewhere in the house. My daughter has a couple of friends over, and so I've got 3 teenage girls upstairs being teenage girls. So anybody that's familiar with teenage girls, you'll know what I'm talking about. Lots of giggling and all of that kind of stuff. Loud obnoxiousness. So set that like that. Cover up those holes. All right, so I'm going to go paint this real quick, and then when we come back, we'll start putting the other stuff together, and maybe by the time we're done, this will be dry. See you back here in a moment. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and start getting some of these pieces on. Start with part 1. Why does it look like I already got some of this stuff on here? Like this is already there. Okay, well, let's start with what's number 1, which is this piece in the middle here. So let's start getting these parts cut out. There's my medium. Okay. All right, I'm highly confused because this part's already on there. Yeah, that part's already there. This is part 80. I already did this part. All right. I think this. This is really odd. The fact that I think these parts have already been put on. All right, let's try part 2. Part 2. Which one's number 2? This long one. That's right there. That's already on. I'm gonna have to look back at some of this stuff because I believe I already put all these parts on. So the part that was broken, that already got put on. Oh, I did have a second thing of part 80, and I did already put these parts on because I moved ahead so I could put this together thinking that I might be able to paint it. Wow. Painful. Well, it's going to save some time. um, Definitely save some time. Let's move on, I guess, with putting the framework together. We'll do that. We'll situate it out here just like they have in the magazine. So this piece, and then that piece, and then that piece. I was trying to follow the book, but looking at the picture, I can't tell which one is directing me to put the parts on for. I'll show you here as soon as I get this opened up and the screws divvied out. So let me show you. So I'm looking at this picture here, and I'm assuming it's this part, but like there's not a, I guess if I turn it that way. Okay, fine. I don't know why it has you lay them out this way, and then it shows you putting them on a different way. That seems odd to me. All right, there's that. They're nice and together. Gosh, I can't believe I forgot that I had already put those parts on. Talk about messing a person up. You know what else is messing me up? Too many metal things that go to that magnet. Well, that helps me feel a little bit better. I don't have to worry about that piping that was broken. That'll get put on another time. All right, there's that. All that's left is put that plating on, but I think it's probably going to need a little bit of time to dry still. So what I'm going to do, to get stuff out of the road here, because I'm going to bring the top section over, and we'll get these put in. So we can get all of these put in, That should be good, right? Let's do that. Because it probably won't be long before we'll be adding the piping that goes to those and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. All right. I'm going to set this off to the side until the plating's done. I'll go get the top section and we'll get those mounted. Okay, so it's been a while since you guys have seen this. I just realized I didn't black out this other one. I might want to do that. It's simple enough to do. I'll mount these other two, take that first one back off, and black it out. All right, I'm going to take this one back off. I'll get it blacked out and then remount it, and then we'll do a reveal with all of them on there. So I'll be back after this is painted and dried. Welcome back. So I decided that we'll start with attaching this, and we'll move on to the next part, finishing up the actual work that we needed to do. There's our screws. So the one thing I will say about putting these screws in, you have to be very careful because some of them strip out pretty easily. Like this one here is pretty much stripped out. So much so that I'm mildly tempted to put some glue or something in there, but at the same time, like, because I don't want it to come loose, but I don't think it's going to come loose because it's got 3 others. But at the same time, like, I don't want to, like, if I have to take it out for some reason, have a problem with that. All right, so here we go. So you can see 2 of them. Let's spin this around. And there's the last one I just put in. And we've got pipes and stuff like that that'll be getting attached to there. So plenty of details left to go. So that is this part. Let's go ahead and set this off to the side. Okay, so here we go. This is just going to go on here now. I didn't show this, but I went ahead and went back and masked this again. I wanted to mask this part off because this didn't need to be black. This is going to be on the outside. It's going to get painted again. I didn't want to have to paint over the black and try to do anything with that. So, yeah, deal with it. All right, so I don't know if you guys have been watching Boba Fett. I mentioned this before. The Book of Boba Fett. Just watched episode 6. Oh boy. If you guys are not watching it, and if you've been following along with Rebels and Clone Wars and all those shows, and The Mandalorian, all those, definitely take your time and be good to yourself and watch it. I'm going to just straighten this up real quick because it's well worth it. Well worth it. My daughter and I were like so excited. My wife, who is just kind of a casual Star Wars fan, she liked Mando and that show, and so she kind of likes this as well, but she liked it as well. So we'll just say that. But oh man, Dave Filoni directed this one, and it was superb. Dave Filoni really knows his Star Wars. Let me tell you, he knows how to get things going. All right, there is that part. So I'm sure next time we'll get more of those pieces. That'll be in issue 81. That was the last part of issue 80. I'm not going to show you those because, whatever. Not a big deal. But so that's everything for issue 80. That's the end of, I guess you could say, season 4. We'll be doing uh, a stream review of issues 61 through 80. Not exactly sure when that'll be. Probably next week. I don't know exactly what day. Maybe Saturday day. We'll see. But and then after we do that, we'll be doing issue 81. We may do issue 81 first next Friday, and then the stream on Saturday. We'll see. And I need to try to figure it out because Super Bowl's coming up, and so I may need to try to squeeze this in. It would be tomorrow as you're watching this, so we'll see. If I'm going to do it this Saturday, then um, we'll try to make that happen, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be next week. If I do it next week, I may skip doing the video issue 81 next Friday and just do the stream on Saturday. So reason for that is I need to put together the kind of review stuff and do all that editing. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure that's probably end up being what I'm going to do. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and may the force be with you always.